Security threats vulnerabilities has become everyday news. It makes sense for developers to ignore the seriousness of secure coding anymore. The solution for this is to integrate development, security, and operations together. DevSecOps. Hi all, I welcome all of you for this session and I hope end of this session you will get some idea about the term DevSecOps and some important facts within DevSecOps. Before we begin, let's see the agenda. So we gonna start discussing the needs, requirements of DevSecOps, then the five main principles and how it contributes for software development, application development. Then we gonna discuss the benefits of DevSecOps compared to traditional software development and operational models. And finally, we going to discuss the flow of DevSecOps and the technology and the tools involved in the every checkpoint of security in the life cycle of development. So why do we need DevSecOps? Now the IT infrastructure landscape has undergone exponential changes over the past decade. The shift to agile cloud computing platform, shared storage and data as well as dynamic applications has brought huge benefits to the organization. However, while DevOps applications achieve speed, scale, and high functionality, they are often lacking robust security and compliance. And for this reason, DevSecOps were introduced into the software development lifecycle to bring development, operations, and security together under one umbrella. Over time, we all observe a trend and upward push in the industry to implement some sort of inheritance security as a part of the development workflow instead of just a checkbox at the end. Since hackers are always looking for best ways to deploy malware and other exploits, imagine if they were able to insert malware into an application during the build process and this malware not discovered until the application has distributed. The thousands of customers, the damage to the both customer system and the company reputation. That would be revisable, especially in a world where the bad news viral within a moment. Making security an equal consideration alongside development and operation is a must for any organization involved in application development and distribution. So, when you integrate application security in DevOps, every developer or network administrator has security at the front of their mind when developing and deploying applications. But what exactly is DevSecOps? So if you want a simple DevOps definition, it shows a development, security, and operation. It is an early integration of secure culture, tools, and practices into each phase of development operations and processes. If the organizations with the DevOps framework should be looking to shift towards DevSecOps as a mindset of and bring in individuals of all abilities and across technology disciplines to high level of proficiency in security. DevSecOps framework is the one that uses tools ensuring security is built into applications rather than building just to check a checkbox by ensuring that security is present during every stage of the software development lifecycle. Continuous integration where the cost of compliance reduces and the software is delivered and released faster. So simply put, DevSecOps basically security enables DevOps which emphasize on early integration of secure culture and tools practices into each phase of the software development lifecycle. Now we know what DevSecOps is. Let's understand the five main principles that has been based on. First of all, positioning. Each security flaw is identified carefully and fixed one at a time to close the most urgent security gaps. It identifies most vulnerable concern ahead of time how to avoid or move away from these. The second one is the ruggedness. DevSecOps teach rugged form of security. One's code has to be able to stand the criticism of others because no code is forest. DevSecOps try to provide constructive feedback quickly to the stay ahead of attackers. Once it is structured and code has be able to be restructured quickly while ensuring data security and availability. The third principle is that about frills. DevSecOps is proud to have a team red lead the way of finding vulnerabilities and exploit them in software. It is the closest experience that mirror of actual attackers of a real life system within less risk. The red team is a friendly engagement that acts as a fire drill to prove that the system is dead flawed and need immediately fixing. The next principle is DevSecOps is awareness. Now this methodology always requires logs in. Every resource is logged with no exceptions at all. Because without logs it's like flying blind. One has to know what is happening at all in order to control. Every resource, every action, every change, everything has to be logged and maintained for the visibility of everybody at the team. And finally, the fifth principle. DevSecOps expect chaos to occur. A major zero-day exploit such as goes all shell shockers happens quite randomly and will require a lot of effort and work to remedy it. So the seriousness of action has to be placed to react it immediately. An organization that only practices for perfection fulfill and will doomed when after realize this failure. When organization should always be ready to troubleshoot as most attacks are random and unpredicted, so practices should be not concentrate any fixed routine, and the techniques are prepared for all the situations to equip the team and the company to use the appropriate as the reaction to get best outcome from the situation. Let's move on to the bright side and discuss about benefits of DevSecOps. Here are the 5 benefits that are coming to mind. First of all, spot vulnerabilities and bugs early. While a developer may do their due intelligence with regards to implementing basic level security checks, nobody can know it in this vast open source ecosystem with millions of repositories. As started by GitHub, how many software packages contain a security vulnerability and in which of its versions? Provided the huge volume, it is just impossible to be aware of it without having some sort of security automation in place. An integrated DevSecOps solution or workflow which supports more some automation can help developers spot if they are unintentionally using any open source libraries with known vulnerabilities before they even being coded the rest of the modules of software project, only to realize they need to start over. Next one is leverage open source with increased confidence. That means since the open source community traditionally has welcomed contributions from anyone, this is also opens the door for abuse by malicious actors. In 2019, multiple reports of malware having been disguised as legitimate open source packages came to light, while representatives were able to spot and remove these components from their servers. The process has not always been a quick one. Unsuspecting developers already using one of the compromised components would have no means of knowing this unless an automated tool was in place to be able to constantly scan their project and point out any malicious open source components. This is where ID integrated solutions can save the developers and entire organization from plunder and embarrassment that may follow after making a release. Next, save cost on resource management. Many dependencies pose problems during software development and critically shape the rest of the workflow. If application require a certain library, which depends on yet another library B, which further depends on yet another library C. Version 2, which is vulnerable. It would naturally mean we can't use any of those 3 libraries unless library A and B supported a non-vulnerable version 3 of library C, provided such a version even exists. We can see how this can get tedious. Imagine having to make this decision of accepting potential security risks for 20 or more components for a mid to large scale software project or exploring alternative open source libraries. For project managers and developers, having this knowledge upfront and being able to assess the risks early on can mean being able to search for better alternatives and design secure software from the start. rather than waiting until after release when a vulnerability assessment may in future reveal the critical vulnerability. In practice, this means saving tremendously on man-hours and resource management cost. Make developers security aware. When developers are busy and tasked with implementing a certain functionality out of code for your users, security may not always be their number on priority due to limitation imposed by meeting deadline and even developers' own lack of security expertise. However, with DevSecOps software solutions, the constant reminders about excluding certain components from software builds, along with credible reasoning which warrants to make developers a little more interested in and aware of security every time they see such an alert. For example, in the long run, this may habitually reinforce in developers' mind of avoiding altogether an open source component which has reputation of containing security flaws in multiple versions. The last one, reduce risk and legal liability. Organizations often state, we take your security and privacy seriously, but not many live by it. Had they did, the current climate of frequent cybersecurity breaches would be non-exist. Either way, any such damaging news severely impact an organization's brand reputation negatively and may lead to potential lawsuits and fines. Following security practices at every aspect of your software project, even when a simple website, is more likely to reduce such a risk and impact that may arise from having an otherwise complacent attitude towards security. In conclusion, the five above mentioned, there's never a way of knowing whether the application or project is totally secure from all directions. After all, we can't claim to predict or rule out the unknown risks, but following best practices and automation as outlined by the fancy term DevSecOps can tremendously reduce your risk arising from using software components with known vulnerabilities right from the beginning. Now you have understand about the advantages of DevSecOps. Let's go ahead and see the workflow, which makes it so advantageous for your organization. If we summarize the steps, it goes as development, version control, pre-build, post-build, QA, staging, production phase. Finally, you have the monitoring phase. This is the standard DevOps phases. As you expect from DevSecOps, the security scanning will be a part of every phase of the equal in the system. In this development phase, security tools plugins can be integrated into the IDE environment directly. That will identify any source code vulnerability during the development phase itself. Version control will maintain this configuration at the repository level, and the pre and post build will ensure static and dynamic security code reviews, execution and feedback. Likewise, QA environment will check for security, scanning especially third-party components scanning while the staging environment executing vulnerabilities and penetration testing. Finally, those results will be shared to development, quality and the security teams. Automated security scanning on the production environment for entire restructured code, compliance code, security code will mitigate lot of manual security activities. And finally, monitoring environment will enable alerts and notifications for security threshold. Next, we'll move on to top 5 elements of DevSecOps pipeline. Here we look at the 5 checkpoints that we need to examine. First of all, we have to pre-commit checks. Next check is the commit time check. Next, the build time checks. The fourth one is test time checks. And finally, deploy time checks. That's what I want you all to know about the basic things of DevSecOps. Thank you all.